competition at its finest. I think LeBron has got the best of me way too many times. I respect the guy for it, but this is a different time now, a different group of guys that I have around me, and we're here to win. We're here to compete, but we're not going to lay down. We're going to fight back in this thing, and he will have to.
Tweets all over the place. Magic. Jimmy Butler displayed his tremendous leadership ability tonight. Larry Nance Jr. I don't want to hear any more Jimmy Butler slander. The man is tough. Donovan Mitchell. Jimmy a dog. Kevin Love. Truly a masterpiece. Yeah, I don't know who's slandering him, but Embiid. Inspiring. Bradley Beal. Okay, Jimmy.
Said since Bam and Goran went out, we have to play a damn near perfect game for 48 minutes. And then he did that, and their team followed suit. And
we're just not used to seeing LeBron and AD with lines like this, because every single night they're giving you 29 to 35 points. And when you see AD with only 15, 0 in the fourth quarter, you see LeBron with only 7 in the second half, you're just not used to seeing that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff get distorted. Flow and, the rhythm of the game for the Lakers is solely on the two best players on that roster, and that's, LeBron James and AD. Now, granted, Rondo can cover up and patch up a lot of things in the midst of that confusion, whether one of those guys are deleted out the equation for a limited period of time. But Anthony Davis, he got in foul trouble, and he wasn't able to really insert himself into this game, so it was different.
Don't let that fly under the radar. That is a huge part of this basketball game. Anthony Davis, we've watched him the entire year. Huge first quarters all the time, especially through these playoffs. 0 attempts in that first. 0 attempts, James. That's a big thing for this team. Because the bench, when you look, you see the bench shooting, outscoring the Heat 53 to 26. The Lakers shooting 33% from three. It's the first time they've lost, shooting over 30% in the playoffs. You think they win this game.
Yeah.
But then you look at those other things.
Allen hit it right on the head. I mean, when your bench scoring, I think, plus 40, and you still can't overcome, a team that's, lacking 2 players, it only means that, just because your bench is dominant, you still need those 2 guys. You still got to have a nice engine, a good carburetor, you know what I mean? You got to have those things. I don't care if your tires are, nice or you got a nice paint job, you still need those 2 guys to do their thing, and it didn't happen tonight. Even when AD came back in the game, which you think that maybe he is in foul trouble, that maybe now he would start to dominate. But when you don't have that mojo going, it's hard to just, flip the switch on and get it done. And Miami was prepared for it.
KCP, Danny Green, just 1 for 11 between them as well. Let's hear from Frank Vogel. He speaks with Mike Trudell in the media.
Hey, Frank, I know you talked about this in the first quarter interview, the 10 turnovers in that first quarter. How did you think that was emblematic of just the general effort tonight, if at all?
It wasn't about effort. It was just about execution. But again, credit their defense. They played a terrific game, forced a lot of those turnovers. We'll look at the tape and see how we can be better.
Allison, go ahead.
Okay, we'll start with David Benjamin.
Frank, you mentioned the turnovers. Does it feel like a different series now? Obviously, they get their first win on the board, but with the looming potential return of Bam Adebayo, and was it feel like prepping for Game 4 as you turn the page?
Well, we've had great respect for this team from the start. It didn't change after Game 1. It didn't change after Game 2. Even with guys out, we still have great respect. We saw that in Game 2, what they're capable of from an offensive firepower standpoint, defensive competitiveness standpoint. So, they're going to be a great opponent with those guys or without them.
How good?
It's another tough night for Danny and KCP, and obviously, in that starting lineup, they help space, and it's a dangerous weapon against the zone. What do you see out of their performances the last 2 games, and is there – I mean, obviously they've been through some slumps before, but is there a way you kind of get them through that?
Yeah, just stay the course. Those guys will be fine. They've been great for us all year. And, we have to execute as a group better. If we execute as a group better, have more intent to get a higher shot quality, then those guys will be fine.
We'll go back to Will.
All right, thank you. Bill Plaschke?
Yeah, Frank, did it bother you at all that couple of your players walked off the court before the game was over with?
I think they thought the game was over. I don't think they realized there was point whatever still on the clock.
All right, I'm going to take two more on my side. Brian Mahoney.
Frank, did you guys think you got thrown out of rhythm right away by Davis's early foul trouble? I know LeBron came back in the game pretty quickly, but it seemed like you're just getting rhythm at the first quarter there.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Did you guys think you never got a rhythm with the Davis early foul trouble in that first quarter?
Yeah, I mean, I think that impacted us some, but we've been in foul trouble before, and you have to play through it. I mean, that's part of the game. We see that all throughout the course of the season and in the playoffs, and you have to be able to adapt and adjust. It probably had a small factor on our offensive rhythm, but we just got to be better overall on both ends.
All right, last one on my side, Melissa.
Hey, Frank, Jimmy Butler in his walk-off interview mentioned that the key to this series is keeping you guys off of the boards. How can you guys keep playing the way you guys want to play while also limiting Jimmy Butler?
We definitely have to do a better job on Jimmy. He had 40 and 13. Identifying the right situations to help, the right situations not to help. We didn't do a good job in those situations.
They got great connection with one another. Need more of that.
So smooth. LeBron led the Lakers with 25 points. His 8 assists were matched by 8 turnovers. He's now speaking with Mike in the media.
Hey, LeBron, was there anything that you noticed in that first quarter about just the general way the team was playing and the turnovers that surprised you? And how did that play out for the rest of the game?
No, I mean, we know that we can't turn the ball over versus this team. They're very active defensively. And it starts with myself being the starting point guard of the team. Having 5 first half turnovers, 8 total for the game is can't do that, obviously, because it gives them more possessions. It doesn't allow us to set our defense, and they're really, really good offensively. So you just can't turn the ball over versus that team, and I'll take full responsibility for that.
You've had a 40-point triple-double in the finals before. Just wondered what you thought of Jimmy's effort tonight and how you guys need to defend him better or differently in game 4.
I thought Jimmy was phenomenal. He did everything that they needed for him to do tonight, and he came through big time in a big-time game. And we'll watch the film and see ways we can be better going into game 4. But I thought he was great.
LeBron, Anthony got into some foul trouble early and had a little trouble getting going. What did you see happening with him? And just that. What did you see happening with him?
I mean, you just said it. He got into some foul trouble. And, they even, one of the shots that he made when he had 4 fouls, they still try to slide up underneath him and get him a 5th and a 3rd. So, I think the foul trouble made him a little passive, because he wanted to be out on the floor, but he couldn't be his aggressive self. Offensively and defensively. I think the foul slowed him down a lot tonight.
Allison?
LeBron, despite it seemingly Miami controlling the action, holding the lead for most of the start of the game, you guys can take a lead around 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. From there on, what do you think allowed them to separate from you guys?
They continued to make shots, and we had some turnovers. We didn't make shots. They came down and executed after we took the lead. And Jimmy had, like I said, he had his hand on all those plays pretty much. Obviously, we got to do a better job of that coming down in the stretch. But I like our fight tonight, even as poorly as I believe we played.
You guys obviously had a chance to take a 3-0 lead. Are you concerned about kind of giving Miami sort of a breath of fresh air, and with the possibility that Bam returns in the next game? Do you feel like opportunity missed in that way?
You have an opportunity, and if you don't make the most of it, then you come back the next time. I mean, it's not like the series wasn't over if we won tonight, and we know for sure that Miami is never going to quit, no matter if we won tonight and they're going to a game 4 of 3-1. I know how resilient that bunch is and how resilient their coaching staff is and their franchise. So, I don't ever feel like we went into it and haven't let our guard down and also I don't feel like we're concerned. We're not concerned. We know we can play a lot better. And we have another opportunity to take a commanding lead on Tuesday. So you relish that opportunity.
Yeah.
LeBron, when you guys have lost games this postseason, you've responded very well. What is it about this group that's handled quick adjustments that has bounced back from losses so well in this playoffs?
Well, we learn from our mistakes pretty quick. And obviously right now with the games being every other day, pretty much it's the film room. It's the film room, and it's how well we can make adjustments from the film and take it to the floor. And we've done a great job throughout this postseason. So we're going to definitely have to do that because we're playing versus a very, 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 very good team. And we have to learn from our mistakes and be better on Tuesday.
Rachel?
Ron, it's usually pretty fun when you and Jimmy play against each other over the years. Would you say that you enjoy playing against him? You respect playing against him? Where is your level and sort of emotions toward him as you go against him over and over in different teams, different cities?
Yeah, love it. Love it. One of the best competitors that we have in our game. And, we love that opportunity. Like I said, for me personally, I don't know how many more opportunities I'm going to have. So, to be able to go against a fierce competitor like that is something I'll look back on when I'm done playing, but I miss those moments.
All right, we'll take the last two with Will on Zoom.
All right, thank you. Bill Plaschke.
Yeah, LeBron, when you walked off the court with about 10 seconds left, was that frustration or do you think the game was over?
Both.
All right, last one, Melissa Rolla.
Hey, LeBron, would you say tonight's loss was more about effort or execution or a combination of the two?
I just think we could be better, obviously. I don't think we started the game defensively in tune and then offensively taking care of the ball. Like I said, we had some careless turnovers. And it starts with me, like I said, and I take full responsibility of that. I'll be a lot better on Tuesday with that, understanding that they're very good with their hands. They're very good with the stripping, and you can't allow this team to have extra possession. You can't turn the ball over at that high rate versus a team, especially at this point in the season as well. So, I'll be a lot better, with the security of the ball and the turnovers and things of that nature, and we as a team will be a lot better defensively with our game plan. Appreciate it.
Here's LeBron James. I'm going to throw a little guarantee out to you, Allie, Ron and James. He's going to play really well.
He said he'll be a lot better.
He said he's going to be a lot better. So guess what? He will be. Career playoff assists. He moved ahead of John Stockton, one of James's adversaries back in the day. I know you got a lot of respect for the Utah Jazz teams back in the day.
John Stockton said a mean, dirty pick.
He dirty pick, too.
Mean, dirty pick. Don't let that smooth face fool you.
Magic Johnson, number 1, of course. And LeBron James, now number 2. Impressive. More to come on Access. Anthony Davis gotten fouled as the Heat get game 3. LA leads 2-1. AD battled foul trouble, finished with 15 points. He's speaking with Mike in the media.